Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Knight. I would say Hard Knight, but you know, I'm not Hard Knight anymore. I'm underscore Knight with an X. So, I want to tell you what's going to be in this video before I actually start talking about what I need to talk about. If you hear music in the background, I totally apologize. I'm kind of in my own little studio, but I'm not making music, don't worry. I'm just listening to music. So first of all, this is just a game. It was me versus a friend of mine in our My League. Our My League is basically you are player locked to your own player. His player was Yuri Galloway. Yuri Galloway is a monster. And the Bryant in this video is not Kobe Bryant. It's a rookie. His last name is Bryant. He's a defensive player. So let me get on to what I had to talk about. You can see what happens in the video as it plays. Today I went out. First time I went out since Saturday. Saturday I just stayed inside, hung out with a friend, got to learn some things I didn't know. And the best part about Saturday was I had so much fun. My mom got married and everything. Now, the best part about all this was I get a break from everything for a little while. So I've been just home relaxing, and first day I went out was Tuesday. It's been 3 days, and I feel great. My life has been really hectic because I haven't been able to bike, I haven't been able to play ball, I haven't been able to do really anything because my legs have been just too weak to hold me when I, do things that require so much pressure, or force, I should say. But anyway, I went out and I went with my friend to his job, and at first I thought it was kind of a strict, really big place. It's called Tasty Burger. It's a restaurant, obviously. It's a really chill place. It seems like it's cool, music flowing, as in hip-hop music, not just any music. You see the chairs, see all types of different people, different race, different gender. And it was a real cool place. I even ate there. And it was all a new experience to me because that's one part of the city I've never really been to. So, why the video is called Outside of My Shoes or Out of My Shoes, I had learned, it's not just me who feels the way I feel as a leader. I spoke to the manager and he was telling me that he had to do some stuff. So he was like, I'm busy right now, but he wanted to have a conversation. He looked like he wanted to have a conversation. He was really engaged with me. And he constantly interacted and tried to figure out a way, like, hey, I can contact you this way, what's your name, so I know when you sign up online to get a job here, blah, 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 whatever it may be. And honestly, it was great to know that, because I feel like sometimes I'm the only one who may, what's the word, just know how it is being a leader. And honestly, I'm not. He was waiting for a plumber. The plumber was doing stuff in their restaurant, so he had to wait for that guy just so that they could continue on with everything that they were doing. And honestly, since they had to wait for them, then if they didn't do it, then they couldn't continue doing anything that had to do with water. And honestly, I feel like this a lot, but a lot of people don't really know it. They're not here. They've never experienced it. And when I'm finally out of my own shoes in a position, you see, he's the manager. So, in other words, he's the leader of all these people who are doing these jobs, and he's the one who says, hey, I think you're good enough to do this. You come in here. You're good enough to do this. You go do that. You're good enough to do this. You do that. And, he gets everything running. And then he should be the one to relax and kind of make sure everything flows right. But it just, I've seen it. The pressure, the stress look on his face, and I hate it. I would never want to cause somebody to feel so stressed and in need of constant energy use, especially if they're one helping me. You're giving me a job to do, so I want to make your life easy and get this job done. I'm going to be polite about it. I'm going to be friendly, respectful. Everything that involves keeping this job or this location of a place. And if you can't figure it out already, I'm speaking from a two-man perspective. for one, my side of being leader hard, and then you have co-leaders and members, and then I'm talking about a work perspective. Because as you can see, they're very similar with different names and also alike at the same time. So I just kind of figured that I'd talk about it because I didn't know anyone else felt that way, and I feel bad. I really do. Because he was just so busy, he didn't have much time to talk. We literally spoke for like 3 minutes. And that's kind of how it is with me. I don't really have time to do all this talking and having fun all the time. I got to make sure everything's running. Got to make sure people aren't having problems. Got to make sure that I myself am still living my life. You got to kind of keep your personal life separate from the work life. Or at least you have to try. I honestly, just seeing it, try to make his life as easy as possible. I cut him out for some explaining. I told him everything about myself that he asked. And the best thing that I believe that I could have done was I told him when I could work, because I already knew what times I could work. Because honestly, when you have to think about this stuff, then they have to think about if they can hire you, and they're going to have to keep it in the back of their mind. And it's just the whole mess of you don't explain something or you don't tell someone something, and then they're not going to be able to tell you something later. It's like, hey, I want to join hard. Okay, what's your KD? Oh, I don't know what my KD is. I think it's this, and I'm going to give you a reason or excuse for why it's this, even though in reality this is my account, so I should be responsible for everything on it. You don't know? Then why should I let you in? The same thing kind of applies to the job. I felt really bad for him, and honestly, I think people should look out for what they say and do to leaders of their groups, their clans, their jobs, everything, you know, because honestly, it's not easy. It's really not easy, and I'm speaking for all people. As a small group, it's not really stressful. It's just a bit frustrating because, how do I say this? It's frustrating because you want to do big things, but you don't have a big enough group to do big things. And it sucks. That's mostly everything I came to talk about, honestly. And I see on social media a lot of guys as in males, get too much crap. When I say too much crap, I mean it's like their entire other lives. I say other lives, like, you know, personal, IRL, work, whatever it may be. Those lives, they just, you know, they're just disregarded. And it's weird, because I see people, they might give girls crap, but they'll have a second thought about it. They'll be like thinking maybe she's going through something or this and that. And sometimes they'll ask if, you know, they need help. But for the most part, they probably won't say it. They're going to think somebody's what? Somebody's a jerk. If it's a guy, they're going to call him an a-hole. If it's a girl, they might not say it. And honestly, I think this thought should be going through the mind for all people, not really just one gender or race-based, because it's not right. It's really not right. Myself in my shoes don't really get this. One day on Instagram, I just begun getting, I believe, this treatment that just showed that I was somebody different. I'm not just this normal person. I'm not an average male. Whatever it may be, I don't know. I'm honestly myself. I'm never going to change. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to try to be kind. And I'm always going to be respectful from everything that I can judge from today. So, I just wanted to point something out before I end this video. Once Galloway got fouled out, I just cut the video out because I knew they were never going to win. Later, YouTube.
Tough break there, Kevin, but frankly, they'd have a tough time coming back from this deficit anyhow. But luckily, they